Got a couple members of Flatland Cavalry joining us here in the studio, having some fun catching up with the guys off air, and now we're going to do the same on air. Cleto, Reed, thank you so much for being here, guys. Welcome.
Thanks for having us. Good morning, everybody.
Absolutely. So first things first, so you've already played the Ryman. Earlier this year, that was your debut at the Ryman. Yeah, a little bit cool. I'm still waiting to make my Ryman debut. Tell us, was that, a lot of artists will say, hey, this is my bucket list, or I've got these venues that I want to play. Was the Ryman on that list, and did it live up to the expectation?
Definitely. I posted on my Instagram. It was actually my first time ever being in that building was that day.
Wow.
So it was really, really special. I had never seen a show there or anything, so
got to take it all in. And you're based out of Texas. Cleto's based out of here.
I'm actually here. I moved here
now.
June of 21, so I've been here a while.
Okay.
You're still a baby.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Talking about a little bit of off air about you guys hail from Lubbock, which actually went to school at Texas Tech. Had a nice little chat about that. Got to see Patrick Mahomes as a freshman. That's very cool. Yeah. But what was that? So it was your first time there, Reed. Cleto, had you seen a show at the Ryman? Had you maybe taken the tour? Or
I never taken a tour. I'd seen Lucas Nelson play there the year prior, and it was really inspirational. And I imagined we'd get to play there one day, but it was all the things that they say it is. It's reverential and just like a spiritual experience when it truly is an auditorium. There was parts where it was the quietest quiet you can imagine while a show is going on and the crowd's just sitting there listening. Yeah, it's beautiful.
Kind of feel the history as soon as you walk in the building. It's undeniable. But congratulations on that. That's fantastic. So a little bit of time off before you guys hit the road again, and you guys both live here in Nashville now. How many of the other band members actually live here in Music City? Is it everybody now or no?
We just had another band member move back to Texas, but currently there's 3 here and 3 living in.
Oh, good. Nice.
Four and two.
Four and two.
Yep.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. So.
And what has been the biggest change in the city since the time that you've been here? I know it hasn't been too long, but it's ever changing. I mean, buildings popping up and new construction.
I gotta say the airport. Whenever I moved here, the airport was
tiny,
so bare bones.
Yeah.
And now it's like one of the nicest ones. It's crazy. And they're still working on it.
Yeah. That's the last couple of times I've flown. It's like, I thought I knew my way around, but I don't anymore. You got to actually look for the signs and stuff.
Freaked. Because the one other time that they came, it was, I parked out in front and they had a meter that said, you have 13 minutes to park here to pick up your homies. Yeah. And then they were like, what is all this? I was like, yeah, it's insane.
And those are folks that usually deal with LAX, so that's something. That's saying something for sure. But guys, did a little warm up, sounding fantastic. Going to play a couple of songs for us this morning.
Yeah.
Which song would you like to play first, and when you want to tell us a little bit about it?
Well, since it's the morning time, we'll play something a little somber. This one's called "Don't Have to Do This Like That." It's like a relationship going through conflict, and you're kind of like you've done it enough times to realize that we shouldn't be doing it like this. So.
All right, we've got Cleto and Reed.
Have to do this like that.
From Flatland Cavalry, live in the Volume.com studio on Lightning 100 and streaming at Volume.com/Lightning 100.
You scream my name, or haven't I learned my lesson? Always guessing when the next storm will rage into a hurricane. And we scream some more, a midnight summer's dream, caught between sorrow and a slamming door. We don't have to do this like that, coming at it like a heart attack. And all our tears cannot wash the hurt away. It's a shame we had to fall this far to find the bottom of a broken heart. Ain't nothing left down this path. We don't have to do this like that. And I'll take the blame and take it on the chin and
confess my sins and let you in, but it can't be guilt and shame all the time. I've changed my mind. There ain't no turning back on a one-way track. We don't have to do this like that, coming at it like a heart attack. And all our tears cannot wash the hurt away. It's a shame we had to fall this far to find the bottom of a broken heart. Ain't nothing left down this path. We don't have to do this like that. We don't have to do this like that, coming at it like a heart attack. And all our tears cannot wash the hurt away. It's a shame we had to fall this far to find the bottom of a broken heart. There ain't nothing left down this path. We don't have to do this like that. Yeah. We don't have to do this like that. Yeah. We don't have to do this like that.
Lightning 100. We've got Cleto and Reed from Flatland Cavalry joining us live here in the Volume.com studio. Beautiful.
Thank you.
Stripped down version of Don't Have to Do This Like That. So glad to have you guys here in studio, and very cool to hear about your experience playing the Ryman for the first time. I was also reading a little bit about the last album and kind of realizing that you had found kind of a comfort zone recording in Texas, but decided, however difficult it might have been, that you needed a little bit of a change of scenery. Was that just to kind of get away from that comfort and maybe give yourself a little bit of space to grow, or working with different people? Because you ended up recording the last album mainly here in Nashville. Is that right?
Welcome to Countryland came out in 2021, and that's the first one that we had made outside of Texas, and we'd been living here since 21, and we actually connected with a producer named Dwight Baker.
Yeah,
and
that's great.
And he lives in Austin, so we actually, although we're living here in Nashville, made this last record, Wandering Star, in Austin, so cool. Which is, it's just, you're just kind of following the breadcrumbs wherever they lead you to. And there was always fears and doubts in your mind of like your fan base in Texas going, oh, those guys are selling out, moving to Nashville. We just, we're just following the path, and it led us back to Texas to make this past record. And it's we had 2 weeks to make it, and we were at a house. He has a studio that also has a Airbnb on site, so we were there and holding it down in Texas. And
okay,
but we're taking these songs everywhere.
That's a testament to just like doing what you need to do, because like you said, there is sometimes as an artist that fear of the outside and of the other people, and you're like, I'm just trying to express my art and 100%. Tell you a story, and sometimes that means you have to go to the opposite side of the team a little bit, but we're all in this together. So I think that's so cool that it could be so cohesive and evolving of your music, and now we get you. So
yeah, no, we're glad to take the music wherever it leads us. So whether it's Tennessee or Texas or
Los Bandoleros,
Tokyo.
They're Texas too. We just had Plain White Tees in here, who I know it was Timothy Howells. He's in Austin now. So it's like there's still a lot of that sharing between the kind of outlaw country versus pop country here. So yeah, I'm into it. Great job, guys.
And you mentioned about 2 weeks to record the album. So when you went in to make this last record, was it any different than previous recording sessions? Like, do you have the songs ready, or do you have them maybe ready to a certain point and you want to finish them in the studio with everybody involved? Or how is that process as far as songwriting? I would imagine you guys probably write, because you're on the road a lot, you would probably write then too, but what is that writing process? And then when you go to record it, what is that process like? Do you want to work with those folks that you're working with in the studio, or do you like to have it pretty much done before you actually enter the studio for the actual album sessions?
So like a month or so before we actually went to go record, we did something that's called pre-production.
Sure.
And Dwight Baker, as Cleto mentioned, produced it, and he actually came out here to Nashville, and we rented out a room at SIR, which is just a rehearsal space. Mm-hmm. And he kind of like got the BPM, the
finding the
tempo
tempos
down, the key, like he changed a couple keys like that.
That's
just
cool.
that kind of stuff. So by the time we went into the studio, we already kind of had the skeleton, and all we had to do was just fill in the space. Yeah. And then you mentioned it. This was a couple of weeks of recording. It was great because it was personally my favorite recording experience that I've ever had, because I literally slept in the studio. Like there was a little loft, so it was just 2 weeks of immersion. Nothing but
You're just coloring really and
immersed
painting.
Immersed in the process. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah, it was awesome.
A cool tapestry to just wrap yourself in.
Yeah.
And probably for you guys too, listening back to this music and playing it live, having those memories and having that fun of like, oh, I remember when, we maybe drank too much that one night. I think that exudes and the energy kind of comes into the rest of the audience so they can join in with you on that experience. So that is really cool. And you guys still have so many more shows coming up that are not in Nashville, but still. Let's see. When's the end of your tour?
Shows.
A lot of Carolina shows.
Yeah, that's so a little time off. Which thank you again for joining us, coming into the station when you've actually got about a week off. But yeah, the next show coming up in Madison, Wisconsin on March the 7th. Kind of touring the Midwest, St. Louis, and then Springfield, Missouri. As you mentioned, Winston-Salem, North Carolina, Charlotte, North Carolina, Greenville, North Carolina, heading back to Texas, playing Austin, Rodeo Austin. That's very cool.
Yeah.
Midland as well. Get the full, all the tour dates over at flatlandcavalry.com. But while we have you guys here in the studio, we would love to have you guys play another song for us.
Yes,
so you all going to play Spinnin' for us next?
Yes, this is the title track to Wandering Star. And historically, usually the albums have been named after some lyric within one of the songs. And I don't really know what it's going to be, because it's usually like a mosaic of the gravity's pulling all the songs together and try to figure out what it is or what it wants to be. And there's something in this lyric that just felt really soulful, spiritual, and kind of a testament of us wandering around the country for 10 years in honky-tonks and bars and stuff. So,
all right. Again, Cleto and Reed from Flatland Cavalry joining us here live on Lightning 100.
2, 3, there you go. Should've gone home before the band came on. Could've called a cab before it got bad. Should've known when to walk away from a game I ain't winning. Well, here I go again, spinning round a dance hall, hoping I don't fall. Yeah, I'm glowing, floating higher than the ceiling, and feeling 6 foot small. I'm not sure why tonight I thought it'd go different. Here I go again, spinning. Well, who'd known a burned out bar would be a hiding place for a wandering star? Darling, you look lost and I feel found. Guess the universe is on your side when luck and loneliness collide. So hand in hand, merry we go round. Oh, here I go again, spinning round a dance hall, hoping I don't fall. Yeah, I'm glowing, floating higher than the ceiling,
I'm not sure why tonight I thought it'd go different. Here I go again, spinning. Spin me around a time or two. Again, spinning.
Yes. And here I go spinning that record. One more time. See what I did there?
Cleto and Reed joining us from Flatland Cavalry live here in the Volume.com studio and sounded fantastic. It's not even 10 o'clock in the morning yet.
I didn't know my voice. I didn't know I could sing before. I didn't even know 10 o'clock happened twice in a day.
It does.
But sounding great. And again, really appreciate you guys taking some time during your downtime to join us here on Lightning in the Morning. And before we wrap things up, is there any breaking news, or do you want to give something to the listeners to maybe take through the rest of the day and
so they can
reason to follow you if they aren't already on the socials, and maybe dial up the website? What do we got cooking? We going to break any news here on Lightning in the Morning?
We have some news. Can't break it all entirely, but we have a special guest that we're going to feature on a song that's going to come out real soon from the Wandering Star record. We're going to release a video, and
this is exciting.
It's going to be a lot of fun.
It's a special guest. That's all we're getting.
Yeah.
It's a special guest.
One of our heroes that we've got to.
That's even cooler.
Growing up in Texas, one of our heroes sang with us on one of the songs, so we're gonna.
Gosh, I can't think of any musical artist from Texas at all. I just can't think of any.
Oh no, she guessed it. It is Beyonce.
Oh,
there you go. Spoiler alert,
guys. I'm sorry about that.
Ballpark time on when we might get this new video / situation collaboration. Yes. Are we close? Or people just need to stay tuned. That's the tease we always do in radio. So
on I guess on like a Willie Nelson Day, or like a what do they call?
A Willie Nelson Day.
Just in April.
Oh, 420 Day? Is that what you're saying?
Perhaps, yeah. Yeah. I don't know. Did I say that?
I don't know. Did you? Okay, so sometime in April. I mean, that is coming up. Even though we're just about to touch March, February went by really quick.
Yes, it did.
I think our listeners should definitely give you guys a follow. And it's probably it's just the name of your band, right?
Flatland Cavalry.
Flatland Cavalry.
Cavalry.